Today we are live from Great Lakh. And what is Great Lakh? You have to listen from the founders of Great Lakh. Hi, Shiv.
Hi.
How are you?
Pleasure meeting you.
Same here. First, I'm just liking the vibes of this area. I think it's like very nicely done.
Thank you so much.
And now I'm excited to listen from you, and our viewers also ready to listen. And what is Great Lakh?
So, hi, COMI family. I'll ask you a question. If you're going to China, or maybe if you're going to Chennai, what is the thing that you'll be worried about most? How do I communicate with the people there?
Yes,
right?
yes.
And today, the most prevalent thing which is there in the world is technology. So we teach children how to communicate with technology.
Okay.
And that's very important because I would believe if we have someone who doesn't know English and is trying to live in a world of the 80s, we would have considered them illiterate, right? So today, if you don't know technology, I consider you illiterate. Hence, it is important that you learn the skills of the 21st century. And a lot of people talk about 21st century, जो कुछ आने वाला है. Guys, we are in 2023. We've almost passed 1/4 of the 21st century.
Yeah.
So the skills that we teach are skills not of the future, but of the present. We teach children how to create with technology. You'll find all children will be playing games, consuming technology, watching a lot of videos. How many of them are able to create? And that's where Create Lakh comes in. We encourage children to think in terms of how you can leverage technology to solve real world problems. And we've selected some age appropriate tools which they will use, and it's not just the tool which is important. It is how you start thinking about problem solving, how you orient your mind towards developing something with it and creating an end product. So that's how we help children, giving them the crutches of age-appropriate technologies, but also embellishing it with design thinking and storytelling to build the new skills of the 21st century.
I love this story that telling part, especially because what you can express and you can learn others. Story is a very nice way. The childhood ways like grannies used to use that with a story, message is conveyed.
Yes, yes. In fact, I have spent like 25 years in the corporate world. A lot of us were technologists. But the people who really do well are the ones who create something with it and are able to communicate to the rest of the world what they've communicated. So you bang on. Storytelling is an equally important aspect. So the thought process and storytelling is as important as the technology.
Perfect. So now I want to know your story. How this idea to start the Great Lakh originated in your mind. Because you worked in the corporate, as you were telling right now. So what made you think that I have to start this Great Lakh?
Okay. So Create Lakh actually originated in Singapore in 2015. And it was formed in collaboration with academicians from University of Auckland, Oxford, MIT. There were professors from these institutes who are actually our shareholders in Singapore.
Okay.
And they are the ones who created this curriculum for us.
Okay.
And they are the ones who guided us on the pedagogy. This was started by my partner in Singapore. And when we did this, I was excited about it. I dragged myself for 4 years after we started to stay away from it. But I think the corporate world was just getting to me. And I was feeling the urge to transfer the learning that I've had from the corporate world to the children. Because I think the way technology is being taught in a lot of our schools has a lot to be desired. I won't say all schools are like that, but some schools are teaching it like history. are teaching it like geography. And that's not the way I would like people to learn technology. And that's the reason why I felt that it is important that we bring this to the world. When COVID happened, we saw a proliferation of these online providers, but we held back because we felt that this can be taught better face to face or at least in a mixed mode. And that's why we concentrated on the Singapore market because there the lockdown didn't happen.
So how many years Create Lab?
In India, actually we incorporated in 2019, but unfortunately, when
time was
not right, and we had to kind of close down our center 5 months after opening. Then we sustained ourselves online. Though our students, because of the quality, stayed with us for 2.5 years. But after that, I said, okay, I have had enough of the corporate life. Let me be with children, follow my passion, what I enjoy, and that's when we created the center. And we started.
That's very beautiful initiative you started. So, what is the age group who can enroll to Create Lab? So, you have said a lot of modules and so how soon one can and how late one can enroll?
So, we focus on K-12 group of students. So, we start at the age of 5 and we go up to 14 years. And a lot of people ask me, is 5 too early? So the way we've designed our curriculum is that we will get them to do a lot of screenless work. You see this robo?
Yeah.
Now this is a simple robo where a child will just press the button and you actually program the machine. Because you told it what to do.
Right.
I told it move 2 steps and then I can program it to solve a problem. Now your orientation to solving problems starts at that young age, right? How do I give instructions to a machine? You become comfortable with that, right? And that's how we start with young kids. We also do something called Tinker, which is we introduce science technology concepts in a way that they do just do activities. I'll make a catapult. I'll make them play with a catapult. But when they are making the catapult, we also tell them that you made a simple machine. You're making, it has a fulcrum. There is force involved. So when they see all of that, and we keep repeating these concepts, so children feel that they're not in a classroom studying something, but what happens is during that period, during the activity, they have learned it.
Fun-loving activity.
Fun-loving activity.
It's not, like boring kind of thing where you are asked and forced and monitored. Karo yaar, you have to press right, and the kind of environment is created, negative energy is there.
Yeah.
So उसमें fun में ही
उसमें तो वो खेल रहे होते हैं. While they're playing, उनको हम 4-5 ऐसे concepts repeat करते रहेंगे जो, and if you ask me honestly, see I'm a pass out from IIT Delhi and I did it the road way. But till class 10, जो मैंने आज आप बच्चे को सिखा दिया ना वो एक्टिविटी करते हुए, it will stay with them till class 10, and they will never forget. In fact, their mind will open up to explore more in that area. So our idea is to just initiate them and then use their own creativity to do something with it. For slightly older kids, we use tools like MIT Scratch, App Inventor, where they can create a lot of their own apps, their games, because everything is very child responsive. And for older kids, obviously, we have text-based programming like Python, Java, HTML, all of that, which they can learn.
These are both offline and online both?
So we offer online courses also, but our forte is center-based learning. But because we built our pedagogy in such a manner that we want them to be creative, we don't compromise that in the online mode also. In fact, a lot of our students are from all over the world.
Okay.
We being a global country, we started in Singapore, we have operations in Sri Lanka, we have operations in Indonesia.
Right.
We also deliver courses to people in Canada, in Australia, in UK, in US.
I think the technology has made the world closer.
Absolutely.
You know, the distance, boundaries, barriers, there's no where there, because when the social media and the technology is there, we are reachable at the end of the world.
And I think the pandemic just helped us realize to get away with that mind block that we can attend classes from anywhere. But for younger children, I still feel the responsiveness and the close proximity and being in the same classroom very helps.
I agree. That is physical media is obviously.
Yeah.
What programming tools have been used by example to teach the kids?
Okay, so for young kids, we use something called Sprite Lab. We have Google has developed something called Google Blockly.
Okay.
We use Scratch Junior. When they become a little older, we teach them Scratch, MIT Scratch, and App Inventor. And as I said, for older kids, we will go and we'll get them to use Python. A lot of AI ML we will teach through Python. And HTML and Java is something that we use for making their own websites. We have specialized game development also with Roblox, because Roblox has been a rage with kids. And so they can even. So the good thing is that they just don't play Roblox. So parents can be happy that they are spending time on Roblox, but they are actually learning to create something.
That's really nice. So apart from this robotics and coding, what other programs are there?
Okay, so we are, because of the adjacency of skills, we are also starting maths.
Okay.
A lot of parents have come and asked me, क्या maths पढ़ाओ?
अच्छा.
तो मैंने कहा क्यों नहीं, मतलब maths भी पढ़ाना चाहिए बच्चों को, and maths is again a passion for me. So and I want to.
What is the technique are you using? Anything very specific?
Yeah. So the way we designed it is make them so we will break the curriculum. We will go with the NCERT curriculum. We are not making our own curriculum. Maths का अपना curriculum बनाने का. We will go with the NCERT curriculum because parents see the result in the examination.
Criteria मतलब assessment का वही है.
हाँ वही है.
But everybody asking आपके marks कितने हैं?
Marks कितने आए? तो marks के लिए हम syllabus को concepts में कर लेंगे. एक दिन हफ्ते में हम सिर्फ concepts सिखाएंगे through activities as I said, and then there will be a lot of practice. So we will use worksheets. In maths, there is no substitute for hard work.
Right.
So we will give them practice, and we will over the weekend we have one doubt clearing session. So you will also have a doubt
All
clearing.
levels, so what age?
So class 4 to class 10.
Class 10. On 11, 12?
We are not starting 11, 12 as of now because that is a specialized area for coaching institutes.
Okay.
A lot of people who are preparing for. Yeah, so anyone who's doing maths is looking for competition coaching. We are not getting into that. So we are more focused on giving the education right now, staying away from competition because it's a crowded market already.
So you already answered it. Any part from the world people can enroll.
Yeah, people from any part of the world can enroll. Though right now our focus is to grow our business in the Gurgaon market, especially because we are Gurgaon based.
And you have more centers?
So we have 2 centers in Gurgaon. One is in Excelsior American School, which is on Golf Course Road, and we have one here. We also plan to do satellite centers in RWAs. So we did in Sector 82, in one of the RWAs, we were going and doing that. We are in discussion with DLF Club. We did some sessions in Close South. So our model is that we have these 2 centers and then we have satellite centers in RWAs. Just so it is easy for parents to send their children and take the benefit of our services.
So my next query comes to my mind: what criteria? Is there any particular criteria that age group is one point that you mentioned that you have courses? But is there any criteria where one can join? Is there any filtration you go or anybody can join?
So again, I'll ask you this question. Do you learn English to become only an author? No, right? English is required for everyone. Yes. Similarly, creativity and technology is not meant for a specific group of people. It's not like only engineers have to know this, right? Creativity and technology is required for everyone, and everyone should enroll because that is what is going to be the most important skill that you will require in the years to come.
See, I want to just add on to this that as a vision that you be continuing for this years, because the competition, what I see in 12th and I'm going to the college, is really massive. I see the parents, the kids, so much of pressure. So I feel that Trade Lab creates, so many have so many chapters and go worldwide. That the kids, the stress is stressed out and they have to. What about the opportunities? If one learns it, if you can give us an idea that having thought of those lines, that what are the career options one can utilize in one, and what about the certification part?
Good question. See, the thing is, there is this competition to get into engineering, get into a medical college and all of that which is there. And you can't take away the fact that these are all examination-based selections, right? But what after that? Once you graduate, I also graduated from one of the best institutes. But once you graduate, once you graduate, it's not what you studied in your academics part which is important. What skills have you acquired that is important? What is your thought process? How do you think that is important? And if you come to Create Lab, you still away from that competition, you can enhance your creativity, you can acquire those skills and be ready for the real world and not just examination world. So, and in terms of career opportunities, I think there is no field which will be untouched from technology.
Right.
Whether it's a policeman, whether it's a doctor, whether it's a sportsman, whether it's a beautician, everyone will require technology.
Like mobile and the online payment transfer. Everyone Toby, apart you got the vegetable vendor, everybody is having that.
Correct.
So as same you're talking about that.
Would you not want to enhance your business by building an app for that business? You will, right? But you should know how to build that app. And that's what we do. You will use a lot of apps.
Right.
But can you build one? Come to us and you'll be able to.
Wow, that's really, really interesting. That makes real sense, because you're part of the bigger plan, what you think and you're creating it.
Right.
You can do it on your own.
Right.
Really, really nice. Any message you want to give to the kids, to the parents, because you're coming from an industry which is very innovative and is changing and developing every day. So any particular message to Create Lab wants to give to
so I would just like to say that keep your mind open to technology. Don't think it is something only for people with a technical bent of mind, because coding is not about just putting pieces of code together. It's also about creativity. It's also about solving world problems, and the real life problems will be there for everyone.
Yeah.
So come with an open mind and learn skills which are going to be needed in the future.
That's really interesting, because innovation and getting space, getting recognition, and getting the platform as Create Lab is creating for the kids, I think it's really interesting. Can you just demonstrate some of your robots? Something? Because I think me and others also want to see that what Create Lab is creating and how it's working.
Yeah, so see, and since you talked about recognition, so a lot of our students actually have won MIT's competition. There's a competition that MIT runs for App of the Month.
Right.
A lot of our students have, I think 3 in the last year were our students who became App of the Month. And now you see this row is getting ready to get programmed.
Okay.
And we use very simple instructions that we will give to this guy so that he will move. Let me check.
Yeah.
So this guy is Jonas, so let's see.
Okay.
He will move and to the commands that my colleague has given.
Okay.
So we are just connecting.
Right. So given the name to the robot?
Yeah, so all our robots have names.
Wow.
So this is Jonas, we have a Selena, we have a Simba, and we have a Kathy.
Oh wow.
So the reason why we do this is because it should be child responsive. देखिए 2 चीजें होती हैं, एक आप बच्चे को कोडिंग सिखा रहे हो एज ए लैंग्वेज, दूसरा है उसको इंटरेस्ट जनरेट करके सिखा रहे हो. जब आप इंटरेस्ट जनरेट करके सिखाते हो तो बच्चा ज्यादा सीखता है. And that is the reason why we done this. Now I have programmed it to go in a square. and you will see this guy will move in a square.
Oh. Wow. So you're teaching the programming to the how this
Yes, see, if I show you, it's a 4-line code, and through this, I have taught the child how to give instructions to a machine,
Okay.
how to make it in a loop, and get the accurate result. So children learn, and if you're doing it in a way that's responsive and it's like a toy for them.
So if I'm also not drawing Create Lab, so how many years program you have? Like you have how many modules?
Yes.
So if like 4 years somebody joins, what age
So
actually will be?
we are currently sitting on 500 hours,
Okay.
but we divided our curriculum into groups of 30 hours. So, and we kind of use 1.5 to 2 hours in a week for the intervention. So it's like 8 hours in a month. So 4 to 5 months, you complete one course where you would have acquired one skill, you would have made a project, and you would have presented it by telling your story.
Right.
So that's how we designed it. And as children progress, we keep adding the complexity,
Okay.
and we also get the tools which are more age appropriate. So if you start with a style engineer, then you go on to Apple Mentor, and then you go on to learning Python, and then so that's how we kind of make sure that they have a journey where they're just not getting to learn new tools, but also the complexity is increasing and their ability to think is improving.
Okay, that sounds good because you must be analyzing also like how the kids are progressing because everybody's learning is very different. You know? Some take some time and some are very quick. So, but
It's not, I wouldn't say take time or quick. Some people have strong logic, some kids have strong aesthetics, and we say both are important.
right,
The tools that we use allow you to display your aesthetics,
right,
they also allow you to display your logic. So
right.
a kid who's very logically oriented will make a 5-level game with multiplayer and all of that.
Right.
The other kid who's fond of aesthetics will like a nice background, the transition should be nice, and we say both are right.
Right.
So we allow the individual creativity of the child
Yes.
to flourish,
Right.
and we are in constant touch with our parents. The reason why our students don't leave us is because we keep in touch with the parents,
Right.
and we keep telling them at a regular interval what their child has done, demonstrating it to them, and also the connect is made. So they feel very comfortable in sending their children to us.
Perfect. That sounds good. I think may you progress more
Thank you
and
so
may
much.
all the creative and kids who want to update themselves know about Create Lab and wish you all the best.
Thank you
And
so
our
much.
support will always be there because I also believe that whatever new is happening and this is like AI and technology, I think this is not a new thing for us, but it's updating everywhere. And the Create Lab is searching hard and people like them share and they are working really hard to get to our kids this knowledge, their experience. So let's hope for the best and we can always look forward to you. So how to reach to you? Shri, you can just tell us.
So we have our social media handles. You can search for us on Insta with Create Lab India. Create Lab India is also our Facebook page. You can go to our website on mycreatelab.com and you can reach us on 99107 77107.
Perfect. That sounds good. Let's stay connected and let's hope that we take more initiatives and we cover you more and tell more stories about you.
Thank you so much for having us, and thank you so much to the COMI family.
Thank you.